Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. All right, my guest today is Horst Schulze. He is the co-founder of the Ritz-Carlton Hotels Company and also author of the book Excellence Wins. Horst, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Happy to be here, Michael.
All right, I wanted to start off with a question that you might be able to answer for us and expand. Is what is leadership coming from your point of view?
Oh, that's of course a question of the times, because there's so much talk about leadership, while I personally think it's hardly existing. Leadership is as opposed to management. Management makes things happen. Management manages processes, money, situations, and so on. Leadership leads people to a certain destination. With other words, for an organization, it means the organization has a clearly stated objective purpose. And people are aligned, here's another word that is a buzzword, aligned towards that objective. And leadership, that objective, by the way, it's clearly has been established by the organization, management, if you will, leadership, if you will, as an objective that is of value to all concerned. All concerned in an organization obviously are the investors. The objective established is good for the investors. The established objective is good for the customer. It's of real value to the employees, and it is important to society. Once management or leadership has established that objective and has truly agonized, is it good for all concerned? Then, of course, everybody in the organization has to be aligned to it and has to come to work not anymore to fulfill a function, but to accomplish that particular vision. And that is what leadership establishes. Management, on the other hand, comes in and makes sure things are done, forces things to be done, which leads to profits, etc., etc. That's management. Leadership leads toward an objective, which clearly at the same time, of course, is good for the investors. But there is alignment with the investors, with the customer, with the employee, and with the society. And everybody focuses on that particular vision. And in the meantime, people may change, strategies may change, tactics may change, a lot may change, but the objective will not change. Everybody goes after it because it is clearly good for all concerned.
Good. Thank you for that answer. Now, what is a great company?
Well, yeah, a great company focuses on the market, on their particular customers, and consequently, by that, it wants to create four things. A great company looks at four things clearly. Number one is keep the customer. Keep the customers that you have by focusing on what the customer wants, what the customer likes, what the customer desires, what the customer needs, and offers the customer those particular things and says, we have what you need, we have what you like, and of course deliver what they want. Keep the customer, number one. Number two, and essentially a company has four things. Number one, keep the customer. And number two, three, and four cannot interfere with that. Number two, of course, find new customers. And much of it through the customers that you already have. That they go out there and recommend you because you deliver value to them. So number one, keep the customer. Number two, find new ones. Number three, maximize the income from the customer. Well, wait a minute, without losing them. That's the point. Don't lose the customer. And number 4, what you do is efficiency. Now, go back to number 3. With otherwise, you charge as much as you can, but you don't lose them because you're giving value. And go back to number 4, efficiency, as opposed to cost cutting. Organizations, everybody out there cuts cost. Everybody. The problem is most organizations today are focused on how to make money, focused on money, rather than focusing on what makes money. Money is made by having the right customer, by getting the right price for your product, and by being efficient. That's how money is made. If you concentrate on that, you make the money. You don't have to think about me. If you think about your product, your customer, and about your efficiencies. I want to emphasize this very strongly. Efficiency versus cost cutting. Every company goes out and cuts cost. In my business, just take a few flowers. What that means, you're taking away from the customer. And that's cost cutting. But efficiency means you work on your own processes, deliver the same product by spending less. That means generally eliminating mistakes, double work, etc., etc. If you do, think about it. If I'm going to eliminate a mistake permanently that I make, I save money and I improve my service or my product to the customer. That is called efficiency. If I eliminate all the thousands of mistakes that have come and moved into the organization, which exists, and everybody says not in our case, but it is in every case. If I eliminate those mistakes permanently, I save a lot of money and my product is better and I have more customers. That is efficiency versus cost cutting. But people concentrate on cost cutting because our whole society is set that way. We have to report in 3 months our earnings to Wall Street, and if it's 1 cent behind what we thought, the stocks go down, stock price goes down. That's why there is constantly concentration on the money rather than a more long-term attitude of concentrating on the product and the service and the attention to the customer.
Well put. Well put. Is there anything else that you wanted to add in regards to words of wisdom before we part ways today? I want to give you at least a moment to do that.
Well, again, let's focus, understand what the market was. Don't think that's the other danger that exists in companies out there. They make a decision what the market wants, rather than let the market dictate what it wants, and then supply superior to the competition what the market expects from you. That is building a great company, and that is then leading your people toward accomplishing that. I mean, again, align your people. Don't just use the word alignment. It sounds so good. It's such a silly buzzword today. I talk to people that say our people are aligned, and I ask those people, what's the objective of the company? And the employees know nothing. They're just working there. They were hired to fulfill a function rather than be part of the organization. That's the sad thing.
I was going to say, that's how you get advocates for the brand and the product, is by being able to align them with the goals of management. Am I got that right? Or leadership?
That is, absolutely, absolutely. And consequently, your employees want to shop rather than have to do the job because they're aligned, they're part of something. They're not just hired and work for a function, but they have fulfilled the function for an objective to which they are aligned. They understand what the customer wants. They understand where the company wants to go, and they understand their value, their own value in doing what the company wants to do. Consequently, they're aligned. We in our surveys, not long ago, in our survey, 96% of our employees felt they are aligned to the company and understood the objective of the company. That is the moral thing to do. aligning your people, giving them purpose. You see, even I think I mentioned last time we talked, Michael, even Aristotle said people need to belong and have purpose. So why don't we give purpose to our employees by showing them clearly what the company wants to accomplish and how they are related to that and how they will benefit from it.
Well put. I look forward to our next interview so that I can learn more and become inspired again by your presence and your knowledge that you bring to the table. Thank you, Horst.
Nice to be with you, Michael.
You've been watching CEO Money. Thank you for joining with us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.